11:46. It's before midnight. Welcome everybody. Welcome to my channel, T-Bird Stacking. Let's see. It's either going to be Mishy first or it's going to be Shoe first. I'm not sure. I just got home from work. I'm not even set up yet, but Michael Stacking got done kind of early tonight. I ain't gonna lie. And the first thing I thought, oh boy, let me jump on here real quick, see who's out here. I got my laptop turned on. I turned on a few lights. My desktop is a mess. Give me a minute here because I got to get my laptop going so I can see what's going on out here. Oh, let's see. My channel volume is off on that. Gotta go to live stream, popping open my live. Okay, looks like I got my computer. No, Chew is out here. Emerald Coast Stacker, how you doing? Mishy's here as well. Good to see you guys all. I was putting my money down on whether it was going to be Chew first or was going to be Mishy Stacker first. He just beat you. Then Emerald Coast Stacker came in second. You're third tonight, Mishy. Thank you very much. Appreciate you all stopping by. Uh, I don't even know what the backdrop looks like. I know it's a mess. I got a bunch of things that Mrs. T-Bird brought me in last night. I haven't even organized anything. I kind of wanted to get on live here and make sure everything's all set now. Okay. I got to take my headlight off my hat. I had a headlight on because I had to go outside and check out a few things. Okay, speak up, please. Yeah, okay. I'm getting a little closer to the thing. I know a few people had said they were having problems hearing me, but that was during my live stream when I was doing my pour. Uh, let's look down here. Probably just gonna kind of do a little chatting. You're at work, so you're probably gonna be in and out. Okay, no problem. No problem, Mishy. It's all good. Now let's take a quick look here. Miss T-Bird, like I said, brought me in some more things. I got a few things. I ain't gonna lie up there. I got a little reindeer on the top. I got a Santa Claus and got an abominable snowman. Got a few different candle lights I put on there. The Thanksgiving thing's gonna go away in the fall thing very, very soon. Let's see. I don't know. I don't know if you can see that. I don't think the cranky one's gonna be out tonight, but he's got that wooden nickel he sent me, and I got a little monkey on there. I thought that'd be a nice little place to clip that on. Yeah, Mrs. T-Bird opened up the closet. She took out boxes and boxes of Christmas stuff, and all my living room was going crazy out there. She kept dropping me all these Christmas things, some fancy glitter candy canes over there. I got stuff, so much stuff on my desk. I don't know what to do with it. Oh, yeah, there's a sleigh back there. I saw My Silver Journey not that long ago. He commented on one of my videos where I did the pour, where I did a short video. I think I posted today. He commented on that. It's the first time I've seen him out on my channel for a little while. That's a teardrop pour that came out this Saturday. That was my second or third. Look at that. Some people said it looked like um, some type of a lizard face. Somebody said it was an alien face. I can't remember who it was. Said it looked like Grover, I think. Grover from the Muppets. That was kind of neat. But yeah, there's that piece. And that was 38.8 grams, or it was 1.25 troy ounces. And this is the other piece, my first. I guess I can't call it a failure. I had a mishap with the metal countertop. If you guys were out there and you saw, and I overheated too long on my fire brick oven that I produced with my MAP gas torch on my mold, and overheated the bricks, and it went through into that metal tabletop, which has a thin layer of like Formica wood on it. And that, when I opened it all up, it allowed the heat to escape and it started to bubble and pop. And it stopped me from making my pour. It slowed me down and do my pour. And this is what I got. But Michael Stacken said he really liked it. He said it looked like a waterfall pour or something. And maybe I should keep it. That weighs 1.97 troy ounces. Hey Jerry, how you doing? Hey OTG, nice to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Mandy Scandy, thank you so much for stopping by. Dandy Dave, how you doing? Good to see you. I'm getting a lot of people out here. Um, Little Marcus Rosies, Roselles, Merry Christmas from the Philippines. Hi, thank you very much. Merry Christmas. Right back to you. Thank you. I think we just subscribed to each other not that long ago. I appreciate you stopping by. Trying to pay attention to my chat. I was just going to get out here. I was getting a little busy and I was starting to straighten things around out here. Like I said, Miss T-Bird brought me out a bunch of Christmas stuff. I got to organize this. I got a bunch of stuff here. I was maybe gonna, I was into doing my salvaging on breakers and stuff the other night. I started taking some things apart, and there's some copper there. There's a little bit of silver. Let's see, where's the silver piece? Yep. There's a little pure piece of silver on the tip right there. I'm going to be taking that off and taking this all apart. I thought maybe I could do this live, but I probably won't be able to. But I take all the clean copper out of there and I'll take that apart. I got two of those pieces and several other pieces. I got a little. I love doing my salvage, silver and copper. You see, there's a little copper piece on there, and that other piece in the middle there. That's a little button of 95 to 97% silver. Then I had this other high-end electronic part, which comes with a lot of copper and a lot of silver. Uh, if you look at this little, got to get this to focus. If you can see that, the two insides, they've got silver, pure silver coating on a copper piece. Now, the only way I can really get that off is to either use my DC power supply, which I have not done a thing on uh, a video or anything on that, but I have deplated some silverware. It may be too small for me to deplate, but I can do it by electrolysis, by my DC power supply and a salt water solution, or I can use my hydrochloric acid and I can break this right down and get the silver out of it into a liquid solution. But I'm not prepared to do that yet because that needs a fume hood. And then I got all these other little tiny pieces. I don't know if I can, yeah. If you see on the inside there's a little piece of silver on there. I'll be taking that off with a pair of tweezers or little cutting pliers. And there's another little piece over on the opposite side. You can see that. And I'm not 100% sure, but I think this may be on an aluminum base. I got to test it. I've got some acids and other things I can test different metals and I can see what they are. But there's a lot of that right there. Just to give you a little knowledge of what that pile is. And this is from another high-end piece of electrical equipment where I've got some a nice big chunk spool of copper on here. Let me go back to the chat, see if I'm not missing anybody's comments or what's going on. Let me turn you guys back here a little bit to the front. Some nice scenery. Looks like my tripod's not quite level. Something's not right there, but Knuckle Busted Numbskull, how you doing? Thanks for stopping by. Oh my Rod, hello, how are you? Did I subscribe to you yet? I'm not 100% sure. I think I might have just recently. I'm going to go check after this live stream. And if you're sub to me, I'm going to sub back to you. I periodically like to go through my studio, my YouTube studio, and anybody that has subscribed to me, I will subscribe to you and I will be a subscriber until the day I stop YouTubing it. And that may never happen. But I will, if you have a channel, I will definitely go check your channel out. I believe I might have. I think that was just a couple of days ago. Oh my God, yes. OTG, your home foundation is leaning. My home foundation is leaning. Mm, maybe, maybe it is. Let's see. I might have missed something else you're saying. Basement man, your home's foundation is leaning. No, it isn't. But it's not leaning. But maybe my camera is. Maybe I have a. When I was out in my garage doing my metal pour on my tripod, I have a little dial that stops this from moving around, and I lost it. I got to find it and put it back. Put the little wing nut back on there and tighten it down. That could be it. Not the tripod. Are you messing with me, OTG? It's the foundation. Yes, he's messing with me. Oh, good one. Good one. You got me. All right. You got me. But anyways, I think I'm going to do that. I don't know. It's almost true 2 Troy ounces. Like I said, Michael Stacken said it looked like a. He might be right. I don't know. I guess it all depends on the way you look at it. Kind of looks like it could pour like into a waterfall. I did like the design of that. Like I said, that had happened due to the fact that I had a little mishap with my base of where I was had my fire bricks on. It got too hot, and I took the oven down, and I was heating up my graphite molds way too long with my MAP gas torch. But it was taking longer for the initial pure silver shot, the 2 ounces I had in there to melt. I turned it on. I didn't expect it to take so long to melt. And when I took the oven bricks away, it had heated up so much that 2 ounce graphite mold that I had was cherry red. Even Cranky Stacker said he's never seen one like that. And I never seen it on anybody's video. It was cherry red. And I didn't need to have it on that long. So I took everything apart, but I've got to organize that a little better. Now, this is what I did want to also show everybody today. And I've talked about this in my metal scrapping, my electronic scrapping before in the past. Bank of America was so kind to send me a brand new card. Oh, I love them to pieces. I love all my credit card companies and that send me. I already cut out the impertinent information. Been a member of them since 1997. Oh yeah, a lot of people don't know this. A lot of people probably don't care, but I do. If it comes to silver, or gold, I save it all. I save it all. I scrap it all. Now you've all seen this. Maybe there's a few of them that haven't seen this, and I'm going to be getting into getting these gold fingers out from these motherboards, off this motherboard graphics card, and off this memory chip. I got a bunch of them. That's still off to the side in the laptop that I showed in the past. Let's get this little gold piece out from here. I'm going to try to get it started first. I don't want to use my weld and carry knife like I did last time. I might have to. I don't know. I scared a few people taking the knife out there, but you can usually bend the card, and if you're careful, you can take that little gold piece off from there. And it's a little gold, it's a 24 karat gold piece of circuitry that the reader at the bank will read your card. You can get that off there. Like I said, if it's got gold or silver in it, I save it all. This one kind of split down the middle. I didn't get a good, like I said, go up here. It's a little piece of 24 karat circuitry. Usually you can get your fingernails underneath it. If you bend it, you can get underneath there. You can pull it out, or you can get a knife and cut it out if you're careful. And it may not be a whole lot. But if you collect this and you collect that, it all adds up. My wife just so happens, yeah, I didn't get it all. I'm going to have to fight with this one. I still got a little more there and a little more there. But that's something. Hey, Michael Stacken, how you doing? I was showing your waterfall, man. I think you were going to bed. Ellie, how you doing? Yeah, I was just telling everybody about how grateful Bank of America was. I'm gonna have to get that out afterwards, but I know it's good thing Linda Bop Mom isn't here. She's another subscriber of Michael Stackens. She's my YouTube mom. She would probably be giving me heck right now because I'm not being very careful with this very sharp welding. I call it my welding carry knife. But I'm gonna wait till afterwards to where I'm not on the camera live to do this. I can do it easier without bending around, doing a reach around on the camera. But just to show you, there's that little piece I got off again. I don't throw anything away that's got silver or gold or copper. I collect it, I salvage it, I scrap it, I save it. Now I got my furnace, and there's going to come a day where there's a lot of this stuff I've been salvaging, taking apart, storing. I'll put them in these little old medicine vials. Let me see here. I think right behind my laptop over here. Let me see if you guys are seeing that right over there. I got OC's candy. Oh, probably doing a face reveal. Yeah. I'm still in my work uniform. I'm sorry. I apologize. I just got home. I haven't even got changed yet. Washed my hands. Came in here. Want to do a little one-on-one time. Little before midnight chat with you guys. Anyways, I can't find the little medicine vial I had in here, but I take those old pill bottles and I put them to use. I take the labels off them, and that's where I put a lot of this little, like all these little copper pieces. I probably got about 30 of them. I probably got about 30 of them, but like I was saying, those little copper pieces I got. Got to get that focused. Oops, there goes one on the floor. I save all that off of my salvage, and there's some silver. That's not solder. That's pure silver. There's silver contacts with the things that I got in there. The contacts go in between these. And they got little silver contacts on them, and when it oscillates, that makes connections on the electronic thing. That's a little piece of silver on that side. And this one only has one, but there's other ones that got two, and they got little 95 to 97% silver, and that's the same thing. That's 95 to 97% silver. I'm going to try to do it with my DC power supply and deplate that off from there into a salt solution, and then it'll settle at the bottom, and I can take it out and filter it, and I can put it together with some other stuff that I've got, and then the copper is going to go into another little vial. But I've got vials and vials of these. And I'm looking on the floor to try to find that other little piece. Oh man, where is it? Oh, I don't know. Let me look back on the chat here, make sure. And don't want to miss anybody. We have Ellie Ellie. Thank you, Ellie Ellie, for Michael Stackens. If you guys ain't subscribed to Michael Stackens, Ellie Ellie threw his link up there. He's got an awesome channel. He does a live every night at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You're not subbed to Michael Stackens. You need to go sub. Are you subbed, oh my rod, to Michael Stacken? I think maybe you are. But if you're not subscribed to him, you should be subscribed to him. The Spit King, ahoy. Can I eat that silver? No, not my silver. I wouldn't recommend it, but you know, I wouldn't eat it, but you can save it. If you know, if you don't want to save it, you can put on a postcard. You can send it to me. Any of your old credit cards, anybody out there, if you got credit cards and you don't want to take the time to do that, cut off your pertinent information, scratch it out. My address is on my main channel. Send me you got those little things on there, those little circuitry chips. If you all want to mail them to me, feel free. Feel free to. I will take all that you can send me. You don't want them? Save them up, send them to me. And I will scrap them and take all that little gold piece. It's not a very big piece of gold, but they all add up. And I don't believe in throwing away silver or gold or copper. I don't throw away my lead either. But my lead's for a different. That's for emergency purposes. I do stack lead as well, but that's another topic that I don't get into on my YouTube channel. Oh, yeah, I'm a little tired. But I appreciate everybody for stopping by. Michael Stacken, I appreciate you stopping by, brother. Uh, that guy really needs to. He's awesome. He's an awesome gentleman. I love listening to him on the way coming home. I don't know if there's anybody in here except for Oh My Rod or the other one there. Let me see. Is it this the Spit King or is it the Split King? I got to get a little closer to my laptop. And I apologize if I pronounced your name wrong. And it looks like it's the Split King. Yes. And go give him a sub. Throw him a like. Put him a little. Give him a comment. Say T-Bird sent you. You know, it's always important that when you sub to somebody, always go in and hit that like button and put a little comment, no matter what it is, on one of their shorts or one of their videos, because it locks it in there with YouTube, and that way they don't think you're a bot, and after 24 hours they take it away. Yeah, yeah, the Split King, you would, yeah. I wouldn't eat silver, but if you're gonna eat silver, you better make sure it's pure silver. 999 silver. About 7 ounces left in there. I used 3 ounces over this weekend to make a pour. And there's almost 2 ounces of it. I got another little tiny piece still out in my garage. I got to put together with this. That'll make the 2 ounces, and that's 1.25. And I got a little bit left that was in there because I didn't want to completely fill the mold. And I think I've been doing a little learning after my third pour. I think it did pretty good for my third one. Made a nice teardrop. Miss T-Bird's going to be ordering me, or I'm going to order some stamps so I can stamp that. 1.25 troy ounces. Um, I believe I'm going to keep that. OC. I mean, the cranky one actually was there during that pour, and he put a bin on it. BIN. I think he put a bin on it for $60. I'm pretty sure. But being my first perfect pour, I don't think I can get rid of that, and I might keep that as a memento. That's just that's pretty beautiful. The only thing I'm worried about is that the thin part here breaking away. But yeah, Michael Stacken told me about that. I'm pretty sure it was Michael Stacken. Yeah, he did message me in my video when I was doing it, and he said, "Don't melt it. Looks like a waterfall," and it does. He's absolutely 100% correct. Hey, Nadine, how you doing? I appreciate you stopping by. I thought maybe you've been gone. I know you're like 4 or 5 hours behind us over in Alaska area. I saw you on Michael Stack, and I was actually driving, and when I'm driving, it cast over to my LCD screen, usually from my phone, but that hasn't been working lately. There's been a glitch on it. But my Bluetooth, between my Bluetooth and my vehicle, is still working, so I can hit my talk button on my steering wheel, and I can speak, and I do speech to text, and it doesn't always come out the way it did. The only way I can pronounce her name is to spell it out. DANEEN. Because when I said it, it came out with something else. I forget what it came out with. But it's kind of funny. It's all good humor. Oh. You have to excuse me. I was taking a drink. I was getting a little parched there, and I had to grab my Pepsi. I should have grabbed my water. But Miss T-Bird gets done. Oh, she's already done. She should be done already. But she's still in her office. It's only 8:15 p.m. here. They're over there. Yeah, that's yo, Silver and Cigars. How you doing? Thanks for stopping in. Give me a wrench. Oh yeah, absolutely, Michael. Oh yes, I'll give you a wrench. I got no problem giving you a wrench, Michael. What you want to do? You're gonna do something to OC Stacker if he comes in there, ain't you? Oh, see, I accidentally clicked out. Oh, no, no, hold on a minute, Michael. I gotta click back into my live again. I accidentally closed it out. I reached over, my mouse falls asleep after a certain time here. Michael Stacken is requesting a wrench. Yes, I will give you a wrench, Michael. Even though I don't know if you've ever been a mod, but let me see, make sure. How does monitor? Okay. Look at that. Michael Stacken is now a standard monitor. Awesome. There you go. Yeah, if you, I'll go back over it real quick. Silver and cigars. I can't remember. I'm thinking you did a little pouring before, didn't you? Or you know, but over the weekend I did my third attempt in pouring. I made a nice teardrop. That's that right there. Is 1.25 troy ounces. Uh, the first pour didn't come out right for a few different reasons. You can always check out the last 10 minutes of my first live Saturday, and that makes a beautiful waterfall. I had a little mishap, and then just before I started pouring in, the silver was cooling down. And what I'm beginning to think, and I'm going to research it because I haven't studied it a whole lot, but I do got the 1 kilogram crucible, and I got the 3 kilogram crucible. The 3 kilogram crucible is much taller than the 1 kilogram crucible. It took a long time for that silver to heat up and melt, even though it was up to temperature, even above the temperature what I needed to have it at. With the 3 kilo crucible, the 3 kilo crucible sits down way lower into the chromatic setting, the housing of the furnace, which in turn it gets there's heating coils inside that chromatic cylinder where the crucible sits down in. If this is the crucible, my Pepsi bottle here, if this was the 3 kilo crucible, the 3 kilo crucible sits all the way down, wherein hence the 1 kilo crucible probably sits about that far down. So you have that much more on the bottom of empty space that is not heating up the crucible. So I believe that's why it's took so long for that silver to heat up in comparison to when I did my copper pour. Because my copper pour, I was using a 3 kilo crucible and using just my copper in that, and I wanted to keep my copper solely for that 3 kilo crucible. Of course, I'm going to be pouring more copper than I am silver. But with my first attempt on doing that, it took every bit as long, or maybe even a little bit longer, to melt the pure 999 silver shot that I had in that 1 kilo, which didn't protrude all the way down to the bottom of the furnace. And what I'm thinking is because of that, it took so much longer because it had less of the coils of the heat around it. So I'm going to do a little research. I'm going to find out because I got a T-Auto 3000 electric furnace. I want to order more crucibles, of course, but I think I'm going to stick to the 3 kilos. The 3 kilos. And I'm going to use nothing but the 3 kilos. That's it. I'm not going to use the one because I've had a few other people. I've heard they've had a little bit of problems with them and whatnot. And this may be something that could be, is what I just explained about the heating process. You got more of the crucible in there around the chromatic area, the round chromatic area of the crucible. So you got more penetration of the heat coils, and it's going to heat that whole crucible up faster. So I want to stick with the 3 kilos. And of course the kilos don't the crucibles don't last forever, but I'm probably gonna go out there and I'm probably gonna maybe order in one shot, maybe 6 of them. Because I got the one that came with the furnace and then the other, the 1 kilo crucible. But then I'll have one for my silver. I'll have 1 3 kilo crucible for my silver, 1 3 kilo crucible for my copper, and one for if I want to do aluminum. So I'll have 3 separate ones. And then I'll also have 3 backup crucibles because they ain't going to last forever. And I apologize, everybody, if I'm missing you. I think I am. I miss saying hi to Mr. and Mrs. West Texas Stacker. How you doing? Looks nice. I've never poured. No, I'm just beginning to pour. I've been into metal working, doing everything and anything to do with welding almost all my life. And in the past, when I was real young, I did do some pouring, but with lead, made my own lead weights. I didn't realize that until recently this weekend because I had poured the previous weekend. I did a copper pour. I got that right up here somewhere. Where did I put it? Where did I put it? Where did I put it? I stood it up somewhere. Like I said, Mrs. T-Bird brought me in a bunch of Christmas stuff. Oh, in the back. It's over there in the back. I know you guys can't see. I can see it.
A few of you have already seen it.
I'm pretty proud of this, and I'm going to show it again. This is my first copper pour. That wasn't, you know, I had to pour faster, and that was my mistake with that, and learn from my mistakes. But there's a phoenix in there. I can see it. You guys have got to see it as well in the metal, in the ripples of the metal. It was just so uncanny that the first time I've ever poured a real pour, other than lead weights when I was younger, but my very first one somehow mysteriously came up with a ripple that looks like a phoenix to me, and I've had other people say it does. And I had one person tell me that maybe because maybe I have a little Native American Indian in me, maybe it's like a spiritual thing. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I can't unfold and explain the whole universe and how everything works, but I believe in karma, and if you're a good person, whatever good things happen to you, you do a good deed, you receive a good deed, um, that sort of thing. But I do have a little bit of Indian somewhere way back in my background history, not much, mainly English and Irish. As for most, English, Irish, and French, and a little Indian. So, hey, Alabama, USA, how you doing? Thanks for stopping by. But let me, I don't know how many people, I guess everybody out here probably speaks English, but I'm multilingual. Um, for anybody that's of Spanish background, buenas noches, señor, señorita. Buenas noches. ¿Cómo está? I speak a little Spanish. For those that are French, I do know I have some French people. Um, I know Mishi is out there in the background working. He lives up close to the Canadian border like I do. And I don't know if he knows any French, but is there anybody out here that speaks French? Bonjour, comment ça va? Je parle français comme ci, comme ça, un peu. 40-50% French. I forget how to say have a happy Thanksgiving. Um, that's I can say have a happy Christmas and a happy New Year. And joyeux Noël and a bon année. That's have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. But I thought if I say like I'm going on. I've lived up near the Canadian border all my life, and I've learned it from the native people. So the French that I speak is what they call the Parisian French, and I've got the accent down exact. Another language that I do speak because I've been around a lot of, I've seen a lot of immigrants that immigrated into the United States around my area because I live near a higher traffic area border. But I do know I know a little bit of Native American Mohawk. I don't know if we have anybody that has any Native American Mohawk um, heritage or background or can speak it, but I can speak hellos, goodbyes in Native American Indian. Um, Yo, ona giwai, or ona. Ona is like a, wait, let me think. I gotta think because it's been a while. Hello or goodbye. Yawa? Agarachiga. Sego. Ona giwai. I'm trying to think because it's been a long time. It's been about 20 years since I've spoke the Native American Indian. I don't know a whole lot. I know hellos, goodbyes, and how are you. It's like hellos, goodbyes. Uh, it's like many big thanks. I'd have to get back on everybody with that, but I speak about 4 or 5 different languages. I know a little bit of Russian, not much, just a little bit, few words, hellos, like asparanya. Uh, I can hellos. A lot of it all stems from hellos and goodbyes. A little bit of Greek, a little bit of Hindu, Indian, not much, just a few words. But I'm fairly bilingual with Spanish and French, and my basic language is English. It's just a lot of stuff that I grew up working at a gas station up near the border with all different types of nationalities and people that come in and come out. And I got to know a lot of people from the diverse melting pot of an area of people traveling through the area, and some words in Polish. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I don't think I know anything in Polish, Ellie Ellie, but thank you very much for being in here. Now, Michael, I gave him a wrench, and did he dodge out on me after me giving him a wrench? I think he did. I think he did. I don't know. No, he didn't. Yeah, there he is, Mr. and Mrs. West Texas Stacker. Pizza, please. Kevin Knuckle. Hey, all right. Awesome. Michael's up to Kevin Bussin Numbskull. Awesome. Yeah, I came across Knuckle Bussin Numbskull from Weldon Carries. I got him as a sub from there. Texas, yo. Yee. Down in the heart of Texas. How does that song go? And Mr. and Mrs. West Texas Stacker. They're from Texas as well. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think I am. And thank you very much. I know I've said it to you in some chats, Mr. Mr. West Texas, but thank you so much for your services. And Michael Stacken, if you're all here, I know you were in the services. Thank you for your service, for making our country for what it is and being there for our country. Let's see. I just don't want to miss anything. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm caught up. Mishy Stacker, he's back. There he is. Yeah, I told you he'd be back. He's at work. You never, Mishy Stacker. I know you live up near the Canadian border, like what I do as well, and you can meet a different mixing pot of people that are in and out of the area. Some that speak all different types of languages. I was just talking about languages and going over it. I didn't know if you knew any French or not. That I picked up French. I speak about 40-50% French, but it's Parisian French from the Quebec area, from where I'm near. Um, I also speak Spanish, which I spoke some Spanish. I speak a little Native American Indian, which I also picked up from living so close to the border, and there being a reservation up in Montreal area, and where a lot of the iron workers and bridge workers would come down through on a Sunday night, and they would stop by the gas station I worked at, and they would get all their supplies and get their gas and head on down to New York City, and they would work on the bridges down there, and then they would return at the end of the week, and then you build relationships with people, and you end up learning their language, and that's what I did. And I learned Native American Mohawk a little bit, just hellos, goodbyes. Same thing with Spanish. I picked up a lot more Spanish because I had that in school, and the same thing with French. I had French in school, but it was proper French that they spoke. Comment allez-vous? In other words, in the Parisian is comment ça va? That's the Parisian French that I'm used to. But I picked up the dialect and the accent pretty good. And Mr. West Texas Stacker, I'm sure he's heard a lot of people speak Spanish. I don't know if he was in here when I was speaking Spanish, but if he's still in here, let me know if you speak any Spanish. Let's see who's Donache. At T-Bird. Oh, I can't spell in the languages. I can speak it. I can't spell it. I'm not good at the spelling. But the Spanish, I can say, come or no, that's buenas noches, señorita. ¿Cómo está? Oh, no habla español. No habla español. I can't pronounce that, but I've heard it. I know what it means. What's that song there? Can't think of it. I'm not going to sing tonight. I sang once and I was embarrassed, and I only did like a 2 out of 10. I did a little video for Mrs. T-Bird's birthday, and I was just too camera shy to do it, and I couldn't even get my country voice to come out. My wife said, "What was that?" She goes, "That don't even sound like you're singing." I said, "Yeah, I know, but it was special. It was for you." But anyhow, Michael Stacking, no hablo si Spaniard. He's no habla Spaniard. Unos, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis, siete, ocho, nueve, 10. That's 1 through 10 in Spanish. And in French, I can count as high as you can count in English. It's how high as I can count in English. Numbers, I know the numbers like the back of my hand. I can go up to 10,000 or 100,000 if you want me to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 27. How did I get into a language thing tonight? I don't know. But anyways, Michael, did you see I showed that waterfall of yours? And I really appreciate you bringing that to my attention because I would have never saw it. And that is such a unique, beautiful piece. Yeah, that looks beautiful. I think I'm going to leave it just like that. I can hang that somewhere. And I was going to remelt that down, but it's not going to hurt me. It's not going to hurt me to keep it just the way it is. Thank you, Michael. From the bottom of my heart, I appreciate you bringing that up to me, and I'm glad you did because that is such a unique piece. It looks just like a waterfall. It looks beautiful. I love it. Thank you. That's why you're such a great guy. You're there. You go check people out. You look at their channels. You give them advice. You give them suggestions. Hey, that's what we're all here for. Help each other out. We're like a big YouTube internet family, and you all mean a lot to me. And I thank you. I appreciate it. Italian. Yeah, I can also read Spanish and Italian. I can't read any of the different languages. Sign language is great. Yeah, sign language. I don't know sign language at all. The only thing I think I know is hungry. Hungry, where you put your hand on your tummy and you rub it around in a circle. I think that's the only thing I'm always hungry. I've always got snacks around my table. Always candy, butter. Oh man, buttercups. The Butterfingers I can't get into, and the Reese's peanut butter cups that I love so much. Mm-mm-mm. Oh man, yeah, I got a bad eating habit. I can't help it. I'm doing good though. I burn it all off. I don't put on any weight. I eat everything and anything that I want, and I'm healthy as a horse. All but my kidney stones, which I haven't had no problems. If I stay away from the salt, and if I gotta cook my steak well done, which I like it rare, but I can't have it rare. I got to stay away from the salt only for that reason because salt, calcium, and the enzymes from the rare meat creates kidney stones in my particular body metabolism. Oh, chocolate and candy, I have no problem with that. Knock on wood. Hello, come in. Oh, I got Molly's attention in the other room. My black pit lab. But I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. Like I said, I don't know if I'm going to do a video on any of that or not, but there's what I do in my spare time when I'm listening to Michael and I'm at home. I take my breakers and I take them apart to get all that little silver, the copper. That's what I did the other night. That's what I did, Michael, last night while I was listening to you. When I got home, I played around with some of these high-end electronics. And I started breaking all the silver and the copper and away from that. I did that from your live stream last night when I was listening to you before you stopped. I got all that out there last night, and tonight I broke apart a different one. When I was home listening after I put my puppy dogs out, I broke that all down. I just got to finish getting the silver and the copper off in there. And I did show how to take off the little gold piece off the credit cards. And remember, you guys don't want your old credit cards. Just cut out your pertinent name, your name and your account number. I don't want that. I want that little gold piece that's in the credit card. Now I'm going to take all that little gold and save it. You want to send it to me? My address is there. Go to my main channel, to my description. You got my address. Send it away to me.
Mm-hmm. Steely Stacker. Steely the Stacker. How you doing? Yeah, I recently reached up to each other recently. Was that through Weldon Carey or was that through
Numbskulls? I think it was Numbskulls, I think. Yeah, smash that like button. Woo, hit it. Awesome. You're such an awesome mod, Ellie. I appreciate you. Yeah, I haven't done it yet, but everybody that is my mod, I don't want to make everybody a mod. Like Weldon Carey lets everybody and anybody. There's a few channels to do that, and that's all good. But I'm thinking I want to make a special sticker. I'm gonna have to put my head together to make. I want to do something different than my
round stickers or my die cuts?
I want to do something different than those or that one. Those are the glitter ones. Now, Michael, it may be too late. Yes, it is too late. They had a special for 50 glitter stickers tonight. I think it's expired by now through Sticker Mule. Oh, you could have got yourself a glitter sticker, 50 of them for $19 versus normally I think it was like 80 some odd dollars. But all this week, pay attention to them because every day this week they're coming out with a new deal all this week with something new. It may be coasters, it may be coasters like this T-Bird coaster. Molly Bear. Can you guys hear her in the background? She hears something outside. But they may have coasters, or they may have like a regular. They may have a regular decal, logo decal for like 19. But they got a different offer every day of the week, I believe, this week. And it's going to be interesting to see. Hey, K. Brent, how you doing, brother? Yeah, I called you Brent again. I always will. Brent, it's the same to me, brother. Nice to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Love you, man. Woo! Love each and every one of you guys. You're my YouTube family. You all mean something to me. Can we see your puppy someday? Yeah, you can see her. My puppy. Let me see if I can coax her in here. She's my joy. Molly Bear. Come here, Molly Bear. Come here, Molly Bear. Oh, she wants to come. Molly Bear. Come here, Molly Bear. Oh, I think she's on her big bean bag. We got this huge bean bag. But I think I got a coin of her right here. Mrs. T-Bird had made up. Ellie, I don't think you've seen this. Yeah, there's my Molly Bear right there. It says we woof you too. There's my Jax. He's a pit. She's a pit lab. My Molly Bear and my Jax. Yeah, have you seen that, Ellie? No? Now, let me see. I got it positioned right. This is from 10 or 15 years ago. This is what Mrs. T-Bird got for me, and I've showed this on live. There's Mrs. T-Bird, about 10 to 15 years, about 15 years ago. And there's me with my mustache. I didn't get the handlebars in that one, but that's me. I've aged a little bit since then. I don't have the mustache, but got a little bit grayer on the top, but it's just patchy. It ain't no big thick patch. You can't even hardly see it unless you read up on it. Well, that's all the face reveal you're going to get for now. But Mrs. T-Bird was very, very nice and surprised me with that. And I showed that during a live and I almost cried. I think Michael Stackins was here. But she ordered that and without me even knowing anything about it. And I think she ordered me 2 or 3 of them. She's ordered me many things. Some things we have a discussion about. Yeah, I would like to have this. I'd like to have that. She goes ahead and gets it. But I seem, like I said, Michael, I keep losing track of everything I want to say.
I know My Silver Journey had commented 20 minutes before I started my live stream. And I was kind of hoping that maybe he would pop in here. But I've got this from Surf City. I forget where I even got it from, but it's from North Carolina. There's a pirate ship in there. I got that, and I was wondering if he knew of that place, Surf City. Kind of neat. I've had that for some time. I don't know how long. I collect all sorts of stuff. I was curious on whether he ever came across Surf City. It must be a name of a place down there in North Carolina near him. I'm gonna get him to take a look at that. How cool is the bottom? How cool is the bottom copper? Trying to think. Here's my. I hope I'm not lagging in my chat over there. I know my mouse fell asleep again. Let's see. Okay, I'm not sure what you're talking about, Ellie. Ellie, hold on. How adorable. Thank you. Thank you very much. Dogs are the best. Yes, they are. Um, the dogs you grow such an attachment. And Molly Bear is so super smart. We'll let her out. Excuse me. We'll let her out our sliding glass door. She goes down the stairs, and there's a railing down there. And we have a runner from the side of the sliding glass door out to one of my cherry trees that I have that I planted back when I was young. And she runs down there, does her thing, comes back. But every once in a while, we attach it to their harness that they have, and it'll catch on the side of the railing on the way coming up. And she can't get all the way up to the stairs to get in the house where I can unlatch her and let her back in. So I'll say, Molly, go back down, come back up. She'll just turn her down like she knows exactly what I'm saying. She goes back down, she comes back up. If it catches again, no, didn't work. Go back down, come back up. She'll run back down, she'll come back up. Our other Jacks, we call him Dum Dum. Oh, he's a great dog. He's a lover, but he just doesn't know anything. Go back down, Jack. Go on. And he'll sit there and he'll keep trying to fight to come up. No, go down, go down. It's funny. You'd have to be here, but she's so super smart, and she's got such a personality that the both of them do, and they both got their own unique personalities. And I don't know what me and Miss T-Bird would ever do without either one of them. And we got somebody new here, Lil Marcos Rosale. Sup. Yeah, I'm not sure. You maybe subscribe to me. Parle français, les Marcos Rosales. Parle français. Inspire comme ci, comme ça. Maybe. I'm thinking it looks like it's a French name. It looks like it. Amazing coins for you. Let's see. I missed somebody else that came in. Prospector Jason E. Miner. How you doing, Prospector? I think I'm sub to you. I'm not 100% sure. Amazing coins for you. Yes, I just subbed to you not that long ago. Like I said, if any of you are not subbed to me, which I'm pretty sure you all are, or you recently subbed to me, I have picked up several subs through Weldon Carey. Not everyone has commented, but if you just recently subbed to me, just go to any one of my shorts. Make sure you throw me a comment. That way I can go there and I can check it out to see if you have or have not. If you sub to me, I'll sub to you. I don't know how quick YouTube Studio, sometimes it's a day before things will update. But periodically I'll go in through my studio and I'll check out, see who's sub to me and who isn't sub to me. And whoever is sub to me, I subscribe to them. But always put in a like, a comment, and no matter whether it's in a video or a short, that way there it kind of locks it in there. It's kind of crucial because if you go to sub somebody and you don't put a comment, you don't hit the like, you'll be in there for like 24 hours, and then YouTube says, "Oh, we think it's a bot." They take it away. That's all, and it's free. It don't cost you anything. Oh, anyways, I'll stay on a few more minutes and I'll start saying some goodbyes to everybody. I hope everybody has a wonderful night, and I appreciate you all stopping in here. And I did talk a little bit about my breaking my breakers, taking things apart, salvaging silver and copper. I'm going to start saving my aluminum too, because I usually take little pieces of aluminum that I get from some of my breaker salvages, and I usually just throw it away, or I bring it to the place that collects scrap metal. And look at that, the waterfall, my pour. It's awesome. Yeah, Michael Stacken told me that's not a mistake. He goes, that's a waterfall. And I said it wasn't. It was a learning thing, but it does look like a waterfall. A little teared up pour. I wanted to show that to you guys. Nah, I'm not. I gotta block out the background. It's got a little bit of a lip there, but I didn't want to overfill the pour. I never even. It's got that little face in the back. I think Linda Bop mom. She says I look like a reptilian, and somebody else say I look like Grover from I think it's Sesame Street. Somebody else commented on it looked like an alien. I can see all of it. I can see a reptilian. I can see an alien. I can see Grover. I think that's what it was. Is Grover. That's an awesome piece. And then the copper for pour. And this weekend, being Thanksgiving, we got a lot going on. I wanted to do a pour this weekend. I may not. There was my first copper pour, which you guys have all seen. If you haven't, that was my very first pour. I'm learning. I want to get some more 3 kilo crucibles. I think that's going to work out better for me than those single kilo. I think I can heat the silver up that much further. And the other thing I got to get with, I either got to get with 3D Woodworks or Capital City or Silver Oceans. And there's another one out there I can't think of that does pouring. That I think the better thing to do is when I have my graphite molds, which I've got a few different ones, different types. That's one for an ounce of gold, and these are for smaller pieces. I'm thinking if I get the 3 kilo, instead of me melting down just the exact amount to go into a particular graphite mold, like say a 2 ounce, and try to pour the whole thing in. That's what my intentions were doing. I think it would be better if I was to melt maybe. If this was, I got other ones that are like this. This is the first one that I opened. I got 2 or 3 more 10-ounce 999 silver. I think what I'm going to do is, because that 3 kilo crucible can hold, I can safely melt up to like 45 ounces of silver in that 3 kilo crucible. Now it may take a little time to completely melt that, and once it gets up to heat, the temperature, but once you have that, I can make several pours. I can pour a 2 ounce, and if I have like 10 ounces and I want to make 3 different pours, I think the best thing to do is to get a 3 kilo, so it goes all the way down into the bottom of the furnace, and heat up 10 ounces. Then make an ounce pour. Get it, pour it, and stick it back into the furnace and keep it there. And it's all gonna, the more liquid metal is in there, it's gonna hold the heat longer and it won't set up. So like if I only have like say one ounce in there or 2 ounces, and I'm starting to pour it, it's gonna cool off as it's coming out. But if there's much more metal in there that's hot, it's gonna keep all that metal hotter, and it's gonna continuously pour. So this is a learning curve for me, and I think that's the better way to go. I'm going to talk to a few people that I know that do some pouring. I'm going to try it out. Good night, Knuckle Busting. You're heading out. Thank you very much for stopping by. I keep rambling on. You know, OC says it all the time. I'm only on here for a little bit. Not going to be that long. Next thing you know, an hour's gone by, and then it's an hour and a half. Hour. OC is starting to say, yeah, and then 3 hours later. Oh, man. But I think that's what I'm going to do is my next pour that I do, whether it's this weekend or not, I'll keep you guys notified, is I'm going to completely melt the 7 ounces in my 3 kilo crucible, even though I only use copper in it once. It's clean. I don't want to mix and match them, but I've only did the one copper pour. But I'm gonna next time I'm gonna melt the whole what's left in there, and I'm gonna do a pour. Then I'm gonna stick it back in, let it keep heating up to make sure it stays melted. Then heat up another mold, and I'm gonna do another pour. I'm going to do 2 or 3 pours. And I think that's the way to go. I'm almost certain of it. Yeah, absolutely. It does make sense. Thank you very much, Steely. I'm pretty sure that's the way it goes. I was talking to Miss Janine. Have a good night. Oh, you're saying good night to somebody else, but I am going to start saying good night to everybody. Thank you, Ellie, for being a great mod. Thank you, Michael Stacken, for coming in here. Have a good night. Thank you, AK Brant. Appreciate you, brother, for stopping by. Knuckle Busting Numbskull, thank you so much. I appreciate you, Steelyhead Stacker. Thanks for stopping by. You love the pours, brother. Thank you very much. There's going to be a lot more pours coming up, brother. It's going to be a little time, but I'm going to be trying to do at least 1 to 2 pours a week. It'll usually be on the weekends, more than likely. This Saturday, if I do a pour, I want to do a pour, but if I do it maybe early, 11 or 12 o'clock a.m., just before noon. And if not Saturday, then Sunday. Danine, thank you very much for stopping in. Have yourself a good day and the rest of your night. I know you're like 5 hours behind me. Let's see who else. Mishy Stacker. I don't know if you're still out there, but thank you so much for stopping in. Thank you, Amazing Coins, for stopping by. I think he's already probably gone. Prospector Jason E. Miner, thank you for stopping by. Appreciate you. Yes, he is still here. Have a good night. I'm glad I mentioned you. I'm trying to scroll back through because I'm notoriously not good at watching my chat, and it's hard when you're going over everything you want to go over, and you're trying to look at your desktop and what's happening. I can't see the writing on my phone, which I'm streaming from. But yes, thank you, everybody. Take care. Have a good night. That's 8 a.m. your time, Brett. Yeah, that's you're. I think you're 2 time zones behind me. Maybe I'm Eastern Standard. You're not Central, are you? Or you're the next one over? I got a rough idea of where you're at. If you're out on the West Coast, you'd be 3 hours behind me. So if I did it at noon, it'd be 9 o'clock your time. If I did it at 11, then I guess it would be 8 o'clock. But good night, everybody. Thank you so much. Prayers for those who need them. Take care. Have a good night. I think I went through everybody that I think that was left out here. And if I missed you, just give me heck the next time I see you. Say you didn't say good night to me. Good night, Steely Stacker. Night, brother. Rat. Night, Ellie. Alrighty. T-Bird out. 5, 4, 3. It's kind of my thing. I usually do a countdown. 2, 1. T-Bird out.